Hello Gemini, I'm here with what your guides want you to know from this moment in time onwards through the rest of the year. So it's like a mid-year check-in. I'll just have my microphone a little bit closer. The spread I'm using, and my paper is starting to curl, but this is the spread I'm using. It's by Carrie Paris. You can find it on her website if you want to try it for yourself, for those doing tarot yourself. It's a beautiful spread with many things in it. She has created it for the solstice, and this is the card that is the middle card, and this is where all the cards circle around. So I have adapted it a little bit to myself, and I've called it a mid-year check-in for Gemini in this case. So if you're a Gemini sun, a Gemini moon, a Gemini rising sign, this reading is for you. Again, if you don't resonate, if you're Gemini sun, for example, then go and have a look at your own rising sign or your own moon sign, and maybe you resonate better with those. Now, it's a very elaborate spread. I'm going to go step by step. I have the little paper next to my side so that I can refer to it again. But we're starting with this here. So I did a little bit a few weeks ago, I did a sample spread for myself using this spread, and a sample reading, I mean, using this spread for myself. And it was like to explain how I did and how I read the cards. It's all in preparation of a tarot course I am creating. So keep your eye out for that. If you want to have that sample spread, go to my TikTok because it's on there. Now, for Gemini, we start with this here, and this is what your guides want you to know. This is really the main thing, that the main energy of this reading is the Four of Swords. And look at the energy there. There is, first of all, there is a lady. Well, it's not a gender-based reading. Of course, we all know that by now. There's the moon. This image, this individual is floating on the moon, very relaxed, letting things unfold. Look at the feathers, they're falling, and these are things that are unfolding. So there is not much that this woman or this individual is trying to control. So really, what your guides want you to know is relax. Things will unfold as they will unfold. These feathers are crumbs that the universe will give you in due time, at the right time. And you have to trust that process, and you become then this individual that is just, there sort of a little bit waiting until the breadcrumbs, in this case the feathers, come in. Totally try to relax. That's what they say. Try to relax. Try not to be on top of it. Try not to go from one feather to the other, and try not to force these feathers to fall, the breadcrumbs to come more quicker than they are coming. There is a trust involved. There is also intuition involved, because we're speaking about the moon. The moon is very much related to emotions, to well-being, but also to intuition. So trust your intuition. Trust that, I feel that your guides are telling you here, you'll feel it when the next bit of information or the next step needs to be taken, or the next breadcrumb, you will find it. That next element that is leading you towards whatever solution or whatever thing that you're dealing with. It is unfolding. It is not yet in complete resolution mode. But in the meanwhile, relax. So let's have a look here. Because so we have the three middle cards. For me, those is like the basis, the complete basis of this reading. Now, this is what will sustain you. And that is a good card for you in the Ace of Wands. What is this doing here? Ace of Wands is a very good card, Gemini, because it's a card of curiosity. Look, already there is curiosity, but out of curiosity, and that is really your energy, curious. I want to communicate what I've learned. I want to learn more. I want to know more. Really, this is you, Ace of Wands, beginning to get study more, to learn more about, you know, the path that you're on, and to see, you know, the thing that you're wanting to become real in your life. You're learning about it, and it's starting to grow. Look at the flower coming out of the book. So by learning more about what you want, your desire will grow, your passion will grow, but also, you know, that is the beginner's card. Ace is the beginning, is the number one card. So it is the start of passionate energy, because it's the fire energy. But fire has a very creative power, because fire is destructive, yes, when it goes through, but then it also makes way for new things, and it burns away whatever is unnecessary in your world or in your life, and then it makes way for this new beautiful flower to grow. So your guides also want you to know that you're at the start of this journey. You're starting to know where you want to go, where you're headed, but you can't go quicker than you can at this moment, and you just have to wait until the right moments are there, until the right elements come together. But that doesn't mean that nothing is happening. There is already things happening. There is already some growth going on there. It's a start, yes, I agree, but the more information you have, the more you learn about what you want for yourself, the more this can grow. And this is you growing as well. I mean, this is symboling, it's a symbol for you. It's a metaphor for your growth, your inner growth as well. So it's beautiful, these two cards. Your guides are really there telling you to relax, because it's all going according to a sort of bigger plan, but you have no real knowledge of that just yet. But the information will come. But you are at the start of the journey. Now, the Knight of Swords is the card that says your intuition wants you to know this. And this is the Knight of Swords. Your intuition wants you to know that again, we have a feather here. Look at that. The feathers. Yeah. Oh, and then I drop everything. So we have the feathers here, and oh my God. So your intuition knows that the feathers will come, that the information will come, that certain things will come on your path. And your intuition also knows that the moment these feathers come, you sort of take a leap forward, because the Knight of Swords indicates movement. Yes, she's like almost like surfing the wave here, in this case clouds. Look at it, there's clouds behind. And it's like she's using this feather as a surfboard, but she's moving. This figure is moving ahead. So whenever a feather comes, you will make progress. And this is sort of indicated bursts of progress. So you start with the beginner, and then knowledge comes your way, insights come your way, and then you progress, but in little bursts. It's not going to go in one fluent movement. I don't believe that. I mean, with this card here, I think this card can be sudden, a quick burst of energy and growth and knowledge, and everything goes quick, and then it slows down again. And then it slows down again. When it slows down again, you relax again, until the next feather comes along that you can jump on. So keep that in mind, Gemini, because you don't like that, you don't like not moving and not going fast. So you have to really deal with that energy, because it's here, and the more you know and the more you use that to your advantage, the easier this period is going to be. So then I'm going to read this side first. So there is something that can help you, a little bit like a potion that you can use to help you relax here, to help you go with the flow, to help you connect to your intuition, and that is the World. So this World card holds a lot of power, and it holds like universal knowledge, and it's more like knowledge that you know from maybe before on a deeper level, not so much on a conscious level. I read this card really very particularly, and I don't know why it's coming like this. But because usually it's the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new cycle. But here in this position, what is the potion, the magic that's going to help you relax, but also to help you do that growth and move on and get through this period to get to where you want to go? It's the world. And this holds, for me, it's the holder under the skirt here, which represents planets. She's also holding planets here. You have the earth, you have probably the moon inside. You can interpret this in various things. Then you have all the stars surrounding her. So there is a deeper knowing inside of you that is going to get you through. It's sort of that connection. Again, and my cards are gluing to my body. I don't know why, and my elbow. It's connecting again to that moon. Also stars here. So it's connecting to your intuition. And if you keep on trusting, those little gut knowings, those little trickles of hits, intuitive hits that come your way, and if you trust them, that is your potion. That is going to help you get through this period, the next 6 months, let's say, because this is the middle of the year. It's a mid-year check-in. This is what you're ready to see. The Nine of Pentacles. You're ready to see the riches that are already yours. Look how abundant this card is. This is a woman. Okay, we're not gender-based readings here, but the person represented here holds all the fruits from the garden, holds resources. Here's an apple, here's a bird. The bird again representing a little bit like that intuitive voice that is talking to you. She's listening to that. So you're ready to see this, to see that, yes, you can trust your intuition because this will bring you all the riches. But also don't forget to see that already you have many resources at your hand, of which one is your intuition. And maybe you haven't listened to that enough yet. Maybe you were in your head for a while and you didn't see that, yes, there is like this undercurrent of unconscious knowing that is there, but that you have been unwilling or unable maybe to see. But now you're starting to get really in touch with that. And that is going to help you as well. This is going to help you really strongly on its way. This is what needs to be healed. The Six of Pentacles. I feel what needs to be healed is you overgiving to other people. And then with overgiving, I mean you give way too much without receiving enough back. But also overgiving without boundaries. So that you give way much to yourself, that you then be depleted, you become depleted and you have nothing left to give. And also there is what needs to be healed, and what is ready to be healed is a certain attachment to the way things were in the past. There were certain habits, certain ways of life that you had in the past, that you were living in the past, that no longer are, applicable to your current life, to your current situation, to your current maybe job situation, relationship situation, home situation, health situation, whatever situation it is. Your old habits are no longer really helping you. They're not helpful. And one of those patterns is probably overgiving, giving way too much. And then you become depleted, but also holding on to old patterns that are not really helpful, not really useful. That is what needs to be healed here and what is ready to be healed. Now you can create a little bit more balance in this time when you have to be completely relaxed and trust the whole process, which is very hard. It's hard for everybody, not only for Gemini, but the Temperance card is there to bring a little bit of stability and a little bit of balance in this whole reading, in this whole spread, but also in the developments, because the Temperance card speaks of protection first and foremost, because this sort of umbrella thing, tent thing, whatever you call it. It is protecting her. It's keeping her out of the harsh sunlight. But there is also protection in the wings here of the dove, which can represent angel wings, which are coming from the traditional tarot imagery, where there is an angel in the Temperance card. Now, Temperance is about really tempering. Not only tempering your expectations, but also tempering, that need or that want of going way too fast. Because you'll lose out on feathers. If you go way too fast, you will lose out on feathers, and then you can't jump on that feather and make progress, because you will not see the feather coming, and you will lose out on that information. So be a little bit patient. Trust that, this whole process, you're going to be okay. In the end, also, you're going to be okay. But during the process, you're going to be okay. So try to temper your impatience. Try to temper that necessity to jump from one thing to another in order to keep yourself busy, so that you don't have to think about this, when is my next feather coming? When is my next information coming? When can I do my next step? If you want to rush this process, it's not going to work out. Now, it's strange this has come out on this position for other signs as well. This is ready to be unlocked. It's the female King of Cups. Now, in this deck, which is the Tarot of Mystical Moments, you have both a male and a female king. So there's 2 kings, so there's more cards. There's not 78 cards, but there's 4 more cards in this deck. It's another deck that has 2 emperor cards, but sometimes I get confused. But that's another deck. I think that is the Dreamkeeper's Tarot, if I'm not mistaken. But don't get my word for it, because everything is like muddled up now all of a sudden. King of Cups, this is ready to be unlocked. What is ready to be unlocked is that, you're standing strong, even if you're in emotional turbulent waters. Look at the turbulent waters here, but look at this king standing firmly. And this is what you need to do, because for you, giving into this and relaxing and letting all the information come, so that this can grow and so you can hop on and make progress, that is for you. It feels turbulent, it feels unsafe, because you cannot move quickly enough. And the waters in general, globally, for people at the moment are quite turbulent, but you have the emotional maturity to stand strong in whatever is happening in your personal world, in your personal experience, but also in the world more globally seen. You have that emotional maturity. You're ready to unlock that, so that you can say, you're like a rock that people can count on, but that you yourself can count on as well. That is what is ready to be unlocked. Now, the other card here, I need to refer to my paper. This wants more of your time. This wants more of your time is the Justice card. So what wants more of your time is a balanced approach. So again, it's not about rushing. It's not about going fast. It's not about, wanting things immediately, but it's, a steady approach, a balanced approach, because you need more of this in your life. You need a little bit more inner stability, inner certainty, the balances, the scales. It's going to help you with decision making, because of course that sword that she's holding is to cut through indecision, to cut through when you need to make a choice, when you need to decide. But you need to be balanced in order before you decide. So you have to have a little bit more inner calm, inner peace, inner harmony, and you have to create that for yourself. Now, because of this King of Cups, this rock in the unsteady seas, in the stormy weather, because of this imagery of the rock, I can tell you that you are capable of creating this inner peace for you. Now, it's going to maybe take a little bit of an effort, but don't forget that is what you need to do, because you have that capacity to do it. It says so here. Okay, let's move on to the next part here, to this side. Okay, so the sun. Now it's a bit of a strange, because this is like a more antagonized placement, because this is placed in the sword position, and the sword speaks about lay down this weapon to end the battle. Now, why would the sun be a weapon here? I feel that the sun here is not really as positive, but it is you chasing success, you chasing the sun. But also sometimes it is being blinded by the sun and letting yourself be blinded by, you know, shiny objects, successes that are really empty, that are really not successes, but you may see them as a success because of your conditioning, because of the social requirements, and socially it is seen to be successful, but that's really sort of like pulling the sun over your eyes, and when the sun is too bright, you don't see anything, yes? And look how also she holds that bird in front of her eyes. So it's really, I feel like sometimes you're fooling yourself with shiny objects. So you need to let to put that down, that distraction that you can get by going after these shiny objects. Like I said, you can't jump from one thing to another, not now, because you will lose out on these feathers that are coming your way if you are too quick and if you are always after the next shiny object. But the sun can fool you and can make you think that, yes, this is success, but it isn't. So when the sun shines bright, you can be completely blinded, and then you are disoriented. So don't go after the shiny objects. Let that go. This needs to be shed because it doesn't fit anymore. And again, this is really strange. Oh my God, that's... Okay. I hope there's not another fire, because we had fires last week, and that is a fire helicopter that just flew over. They fly over my home because I'm in sort of the fly zone of the where they are parked. Do you say that? Where they are? Yeah, when they are standing still, they are parked there. Okay. So this needs to be shed. Now again, I'm going to read this in a negative way. And again, we see this sun here. So you really have to read it like that, the Queen of Wands like this. And again, that is you going after all these little birds here. You know, that those are the shiny objects. The sun is shining on it and you see it and you think, oh yeah, that's it. That's the solution, I'm going after that. But then another bird comes and you see that. So these two truly are the same thing. You really need to stop doing that. This doesn't serve you, this doesn't help you. You need to shut up. It doesn't help you anymore. It doesn't work anymore. And this says lay down this weapon. Now this is not particular, you know, by blinding yourself, that is a weapon you use to distract yourself from having to relax and to get in touch with your intuition. And you know, blinding yourself is also keeping you, is a weapon that you use from having to connect to your inner intuition, which you need to do, which it says here, the world says that. That Nine of Pentacles says that. And yeah, so stop distracting yourself. Stop going after these things that are no longer useful and that will, you know, get you away from this relaxed stance, waiting until this next feather comes. Now I know it's hard. I'm not going to say it's easy because that would be lying. I'm going to leave these three for last. I'm going to read these two first. So this one is create boundaries. So I feel you have to create some boundaries with this, and this is the Three of Wands. Now look at this image. She's standing on top of a mountain. She's in complete control. She holds that ship. Now that ship comes back from this image here, from the King of Cups. So standing strong, again, the King of Cups, and there's a lot of similarity in these two cards, isn't there? It's also like, this is a mountain, but she's standing very strongly, and she's looking out over the seas, while this is a rock in those seas. So the boundaries you create is by becoming really this strong mountain. And again, you have the boundaries are for yourself, so that you don't get distracted here. And I forgot to read this one. Sorry, I will go back to that one. So you don't get distracted by these shiny objects, and that you have your eye on the prize. And the prize is the ship here, but also there is another thing you're looking at here. So again, keep on looking out. Make sure you do not distract yourself. Keep your eye on the prize, and that's the boundary you have to create, so that you're not being distracted. Now let's go to this Five of Pentacles here, because didn't do that, and that is the one that says, this is what is ruling you. Okay, why am I dropping all these cards? So this is an energy that is present with you over all this spread, and that will be present with you during that. And that's not an easy energy, the Five of Pentacles, because it's because you have to relax and trust and give in, and because you cannot go, because they ask you not to go after all the shiny objects, you will feel trapped. You may feel restricted. You may feel like you are a bit in a cage, and that you're losing out on stuff because you cannot go after those shiny objects. And that is really an energy that you're going to feel over and over again. But if you are reminded of being patient here, being on top of the emotion and becoming really aware of your emotions, and that you need to create inner peace and balance, because, these were different. Let me put them right. Because you are after something, and you are creating something, and you are having, maybe it's a project, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a home situation, maybe it is something that you're learning, but there is something, I feel it's more a personal growth that is happening, and you need that personal growth. And that personal growth implies not going after the shiny objects, but going after the right things. And the right things are represented by these feathers. And these feathers will keep you on track if you follow them like you would the breadcrumbs in the woods. And that would get you to the right place to be in your life. But that may feel restrictive at times. That may feel like a cage. And that, of course, then stirs up fears. And that is why you have to really set boundaries and be this woman that stands on the mountain, has her eyes on the prize, has her eyes on her personal development, her personal growth, knows that she can do it. And then you can really create healthy boundaries around, all these fears, because these cards, even though they're upright, they are in positions in the spread that tell you, that are really the difficulties, the problems, the hurdles, the obstacles. And the obstacles are that need of you to follow, to go on a goose chase, as it were. And then you miss out on your feathers because you're busy chasing that goose that doesn't exist, or that is not good for you, that doesn't really help you, that doesn't support you. Then here on the next card is this wants to be crystal clear. This is the next card, and that is a good one. The King of Pentacles. This wants to be crystal clear. So it's crystal clear that if you do this, and you let yourself go after be on the right track, go after the right things, develop yourself, It will be in little spurts. It will not be an immediate process, but look what is the result. One of the results, what needs to be really clear, is that the King of Pentacles, there is a commitment involved here. It's a commitment to yourself that you need to do, but it holds all the pentacles. It holds all the manifestation. It holds all the power. It holds all the good stuff in life. Whatever it is that you want for yourself in life, there is a promise of that in this card. It's crystal clear that it will come about if only you can be very relaxed about it. Now, this is what is ready to be oh my God, I can't even speak. This is what is ready to be communicated. It's the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles, there's a three, so there's more than one person involved. So it speaks about collaboration. So sometimes I feel like when you are losing it and you want to go after a shiny object because you think that is the feather I need to jump on, that is the feather I need to jump on, I think you need a sort of a supportive group of people that say, no. You want this, then don't do that. And you need to talk that through with someone, with somebody that supports you. And this can be a few people, this can be friends, this can be family, this can be your partner, this can be your child, this can be a therapist, a person that you confide in. But there is something, because that will help you build that muscle, in this case, not a flower, not a house, but it will build a certain muscle of you, your muscle of the boundaries, your muscle of standing strong in emotional waters whenever that happens. It will also create that muscle of inner harmony, inner peace, more inner calm. And that's what you need. And so you need to make sure that you are supported on this journey. So if you don't have a person you can speak it through with in your inner circle, then find a professional to do so. Now aim for this. This is funny because, it's a bit contradictory. The Two of Cups came out reversed and it says aim for this. So in a way, you need support, but also you're aiming for personal independence. So whether you're in a relationship or not, whether you're in a collaboration or not, you need to be self-sufficient. But that I'm not speaking only, you can be self-sufficient financially, but I'm feeling more self-sufficient emotionally. That is what you need to aim for. That is what you're growing towards, that you don't have to rely on the opinion and the thoughts of other people, that you can think for yourself, that you can decide for yourself, that you can see for yourself. Now, of course, this person can help you with that. That doesn't mean that you're dependent on that person. This person is just a support system. Support is not dependence. There are two different things there. So don't confuse the two. But the aim, your guides want you to be self-sufficient. And I feel this is emotionally self-sufficient, so that you can make good decisions for your life, that you can make the best decisions for your life, and you can rely on yourself to do so. Now, the Make-A-Wish is the Wheel of Fortune. So make a wish on this card. And that is a good card to make a wish on, because the Wheel of Fortune, you can wish now. It tells you, your guides tell you, you will get help. Things will start, these cogs are all things part in the universe and in your life, and there are elements in your personal life, there are people in your life, there are relationships, there are connections, there are experiences, there are situations, and they're all working together to push you towards this self-reliance, towards this enormous growth. And there's something beautiful awaiting you. There is something beautiful awaiting you at the end of this voyage. that is sometimes a little bit difficult because it's not going as quick as you want it to. But remember, this is for the next 6 months. But you can make a wish on this that it's going to work out, that everything is going, that these cogs are going to go smoothly. And for that, you need a little bit of help as well. But you also need to rely on your sense of self, on your, your sense and sensibility. Yeah, rely on that. So, Gemini, that was your mid-year check-in, what your guides want you to know. I hope you liked this. If you liked it, give me a like, maybe share with other people, maybe subscribe to this channel. The readings here are always free. I don't do them quite as often as I want to because I have many things going on in my own life. So I cannot do these long readings all the time for all the signs. So it takes me a while to get into bigger readings. Daily readings you can find here, you can find on TikTok and on my Instagram. TikTok has other short readings as well besides of these. Now I hope you liked it, so please come back next time. I'll be doing another reading soon. I don't know which one. I'm always on the lookout for other spreads or other readings to do, other check-ins to do, but it's going to probably be something about career and work, but I'm not sure. So thank you for being here, Gemini, and speak soon. Bye for now.